Well, don't pack a bag. Don't get anything. Emergency crews told Kara to get out as fast as she could. Well, moments later, a flooded river was flowing through her house.
July 4th, 2025. The Guadalupe River in Kerrville, Texas, rose so rapidly, many people barely escaped. The fire department evacuated Kara.
He said, don't pack a bag, don't get anything, just get your dogs. I walked through this way, opened this door, the water came rushing in and pushed me backwards, and I could see my car bobbing like a float out of sight.
Kara escaped with her pets, but her home was ravaged by 3 feet of water, taking with it a lifetime of memories.
This is the river. This is my house. The river's flowing through my house.
After the waters receded, Operation Blessing helped Kara rebuild by providing needed items like drywall and insulation.
The people at Operation Blessing are remarkable. So many things that I have been able to do because I was donated materials. I wouldn't have these walls if Operation Blessing didn't help me. It is a true blessing to have people like you guys and your group come in and help in the way that you did. So thank you so much.
Well, Esther couldn't do simple tasks anymore because she had cataracts. All she could do was sit around the house and pray that God would send help.
Esther is a widow in her late 50s. She once worked hard selling charcoal and firewood, but her world began to fade when cataracts clouded both her eyes.
I can't do simple things anymore. The doctor said I have cataracts, but my little business can't pay for the surgery.
As her sight worsened, she could no longer go to the market, run her small business, or move safely without falling. The widow who once cared for others now depended on the kindness of her neighbors.
I can't see very well. I hardly move around even when I need to. I just sit in one place for a long time. But I still believe and keep praying that God will send help.
That help came through the compassion and generosity of Operation Blessing's partners, who provided Esther with the surgery she needed to restore her sight. She was one of 13 beneficiaries who received cataract removal surgeries.
I dance because I can see. I dance and I sing because I am free.
Operation Blessing didn't stop there. All the patients received food items to support their recovery.
I can see now, and I know God has done it for me. My life has changed. I have legs to walk, eyes to see, and my joy is full. It's such a joy to do the simple things that once seemed impossible. God bless Operation Blessing. I thank God for what He has done and for using you to bless my life.
Well, Joan Hua was so hot, he felt like he was being fried in oil. He had a high fever that stemmed from a heart condition. His mother sold her most prized possessions to pay for his operation, but still, it wasn't enough.
Mrs. Chen always appreciated her son Joan Hua's kindness.
He said, "Mom, when you get old, I'll take care of you and Dad." That really touched me.
The truth was that she was afraid that she and her husband would long outlive their son. Joan Hua was born with aortic stenosis. He had heart surgery as a baby, which kept him alive, yet didn't fix his problem.
His heart got way bigger than it should be been, so he had problems with the way his blood flowed. Doctors said without another surgery, his blood vessels would be blocked. His blood circulation would fail, and eventually he'd have a heart attack and die.
I took so much medicine and got so many injections. Once I had a fever so high that it felt like my body was being fried in oil.
The couple tried to save for surgery. Mrs. Chen did farm work at home while her husband worked in construction out of town. Mrs. Chen even sold the only valuable thing she had, a gold necklace from her husband.
No matter what, I wouldn't give up on Joan Hua. He was everything to me.
Over time, the complications from Joan Hua's heart disease got worse, and he couldn't even go to school.
He couldn't get out of bed or move or eat or drink. Sometimes he was in the hospital 20 days at a time.
Ultimately, he ended up with severe intestinal blockage caused by blood clots from his heart disease.
My stomach swelled up and felt like it was going to explode.
His intestines could rupture at any time. He was in a lot of pain, but even then, with tubes in his body, he wiped my tears. I begged the doctor to save him and hoped for a miracle.
Then a nurse told Mrs. Chen about Operation Blessing, and you helped Zhonghua get the surgery he needed.
They replaced the damaged valve with an artificial one, and his blood clots cleared up.
I'm completely fine now. I don't feel any heart pain or stomach pain anymore, so I can play with my classmates and run for a long time.
We also learned about Jesus through Operation Blessing and their love for us.
It's like God came through Operation Blessing to help me. If there was no Jesus, there'd be no me.
Thank you for helping our son to have a healthy body and for giving him a bright future.
Well, Fawn was tired and weak all the time. For her entire life, she struggled with a kidney disorder. And when doctors couldn't cure her, Fawn prayed for a miracle. And CBN's Superbook showed her the way.
14-year-old Fawn was diagnosed with a kidney condition called RTA, which prevented her kidneys from functioning normally.
I started taking medication when I was a baby.
Fawn did not eat much with the condition and dreaded the visits to the hospital every 3 months for tests and treatment.
I had to go to the doctor for tests, but I did not want to go. I was afraid of needles. I was very small and thin. I did not like to eat, and I felt tired and weak all the time. I could not even lift a milk carton.
Then Fawn's older sister Nam invited her to an after-school program to watch episodes of CBN's Superbook. After Fawn watched the Superbook story about the prodigal son, she began to go to church and prayed to become a Christian. After watching the Superbook episode called The Miracles of Jesus, she started to pray for a miracle.
I saw Jesus perform a miracle for a paralyzed man and make him walk again. I opened my heart and asked Jesus to heal me too.
Fawn prayed every day for 9 months. Then, during a routine checkup, the doctor shocked her with some amazing news.
The doctor said all my kidney test results are normal now. For 13 years, I took medicine, but my kidneys did not get better. Then after I prayed to God, He healed me.
Fawn has been symptom-free and has not taken any medicine to treat the kidney condition for the past 2 years. Doctors had told her previously that she would need to take the medicine for the rest of her life.
I enjoy eating now. I can carry heavy books, and it feels good to play the guitar and sing with my sister. God answered my prayers and healed me. Thank you for helping me know God through Superbook.
What an incredible testimony. And if you're a member of the 700 Club, you helped Fawn know Jesus. You helped her to know His miraculous power. She saw stories from the Bible of people coming to Jesus and being healed. And she thought, it's a wonderful thought, if I do that, if I do the same thing, I can get the same result. Fawn got a miracle, and it's all because you cared enough to give. We're now in over 70 languages around the world with Superbook, and it's absolutely incredible what's happening. Hundreds of millions of children are hearing the stories of the Bible, and it's all made possible because you cared enough to give. That's just one of the testimonies we're getting from this wonderful program. There's so many testimonies of salvations, entire families coming to know Jesus because you cared enough to give to create an animation program that we can easily translate into all the languages of the world. Join with us, be a part of it, we can finish the Great Commission. We can have the knowledge of God cover the earth as the waters cover the sea. And you can be a part of that. You can rejoice in all the salvations that are coming in from it, all the healings, all the restorations, all the deliverances, because people know there is a God who loves them, who wants to intervene in their life and be with them, never leave them, never forsake them.
Well, a 3-mile round trip to get water from a muddy pond. Kuliani had to take this journey every day, even though that water was making her son sick and she was risking the health of her unborn baby.
Kuliani lives with her husband and 4-year-old son and is expecting another child in 3 months. Most days, Kuliani and her son spent hours walking 3-mile round trips to get water from a muddy pond. Even though they filtered and boiled it, they still suffered from many health issues.
We often had fevers, stomach pains, skin infection, and itching. My son missed school, and my husband couldn't go to work regularly. During my checkup, the doctor warned me if I didn't drink clean water, it could harm both me and my baby. I was really worried about the health of my unborn child.
Kuliani's husband works as a daily wage laborer. He barely makes enough for food and other basic needs.
My pregnancy forced him to buy water for drinking and cooking. It left us in a very difficult situation.
Then Operation Blessing came to their village with good news. We were building a reverse osmosis water plant at Kuliani's son's school. It gives over 500 students access to clean drinking water, and it's being delivered right to the doorsteps of more than 200 families.
We have plenty of clean water for drinking and cooking. Even the food tastes better. My son is eating well and is happy and healthier now. Since I no longer have to fetch water, I can get a job to help support our family. This water system has truly changed our lives. I sincerely thank Operation Blessing from the bottom of my heart for bringing so much happiness into our family.
Well, Bruce Vincent is an Air Force vet who's traveled the world. He's long since retired from military service, yet he's still helping people in many countries around the globe. He's a strong supporter of missions, and he's a CBN partner.
Looking over photos and memorabilia from his long career in the Air Force and traveling the world, you may say Bruce Vincent has had a good life.
No, good is way too simple. God has been exceptionally good for me. I was so blessed. My whole life has been a blessing from God. Wonderful wife, wonderful kids. So every day I just look forward for the next blessing.
While stationed in Okinawa with the Air Force, he met and married his late wife, Yoko. Early on, they made an important decision that helped create the abundant life they cherished.
We decided tithes was priority, giving tithes, trusting God. Decided to run my finances like the Bible says you're supposed to run your finances. I use biblical principles, and when I started doing that, we have never had a financial need. And we have never been in a situation where we couldn't do something because of money.
Upon retiring from the Air Force, Bruce put his trust in God to meet their needs. With Yoko's encouragement, he began teaching at a Christian school. His salary, only $15,000 a year.
Even though I could be making way more, that wasn't our goal. She was so excited I got to teach kids about God. She didn't care about the money, and I didn't either. God provided, and we never had a financial need.
With his military pension, small school salary, and an inheritance from Yoko's family, they lived modestly and continued to tithe on their income.
We never increased our lifestyle. We never said, hey, we got more money, let's do this or do that. It never changed. So anytime a need came up, God always provided. We had enough to help others and take care of our own.
They became CBN partners and together found encouragement watching the 700 Club every morning during her struggle with Parkinson's.
And that helped her a lot during her struggles with her health. Watching the show really made a big difference. I know if I watch the news, I'm going to get what's really happening and important things in the world. So that's real important for me now is the news.
Bruce says living the abundant life comes from trusting God and living according to His principles.
The greatest thing that you can ever get from giving is the joy. The joy lasts for a lifetime. I can remember every moment I help somebody. That joy is a lifetime gift. That's how blessings flow. If you stop and keep the blessings, you stop the flow. If you let the blessings flow, they just keep coming. and they keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Let the blessings flow in your life. God wants to bless his children, and all he's waiting for is obedience. If you want to start a life of giving, that's what Bruce lives. He lives a life of giving. He wants to be a generous. He wants to be a cheerful giver. He wants to honor God with his first fruits, with his offerings, and with his tithes. He wants to do all of it. You can start that by just calling us. 1-800-700-7000. Just say, yes, I want to be a part of it. I want to be a part of preaching the gospel around the world. I want to be a part of helping people around the world. You're a part of all of it when you join the 700 Club. A lot of different levels to join at. You can join at $20 a month. You can also join at $40 a month. $84 a month adds up to $1,000 a year. 2500 Club is $2,500 a year. Founder is $5,000 or more, and that's $417 a month. Call us now and say, yes, I'll be a part. 1-800-700-7000.